And then I realized at the time it was only on PC. So me, on the Xbox 360, I had to settle with Fortresscraft, which is one of the worst Minecraft knockoffs you could imagine. There is no hunger, no crafting, no survival, no enemies. You basically just walk around as an Xbox 360 avatar, placing down stone blocks.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Fortresscraft. Your imagination will create the world around you with help from up to 32 friends.
With slight improvements to that game is bringing it to the console environment, which is a brilliant move. And I, for one, am happy. I'm not a PC gamer. I've not been a PC gamer and never will be. I'm a console gamer. That is reality. That's the way it is.
If any of you remember that name, or you were even old enough to play it, you deserve a Purple Heart medal because it was just a complete travesty. But you know what? Things aren't all bad because a couple years later, we got Castle Miners Z, which was the exact same game but it had zombies. And then also a year after that, we got Minecraft Xbox Edition. But the real reason that Minecraft is finished is because one of Minecraft's oldest and most popular servers, Mineplex, has officially shut down. It's gone. It's not coming back. Now, Mineplex used to be an enormous Minecraft server, basically on the same level as Hypixel, which is still to this day the most popular Minecraft server. Now, Mineplex was a huge Minecraft server that had loads of minigames, which is something that most modern Minecraft servers to this day still do. For example, Bed Wars, the funny multiplayer game where you put the beds down and they explode. Now, Mineplex had millions of players monthly, and they were all unique, which means that, you know, little 5-year-old Timmy wasn't just making 50 accounts on his Google Chrome. Now, that's well and cool, you know, like a couple million players, but how was it concurrently? Well, that was like anywhere between 20 to 40,000 players playing the game at any given time, which is insane. It actually broke a Guinness World Record in 2015 because 40,000 players were playing it concurrently, which no one beat until Hypixel beat it, I think, the same time in the year, just a little bit later. That's also a great anecdote to remind you that people used to actually unironically care about Guinness World Records. I'm pretty sure if I looked in my closet somewhere, I'd probably find about 5 stacks of Guinness 2010 World Records, and it'd be something about either the Trollface, Migusta, or Leroy Jenkins. Okay, I've talked about concurrent players. I've talked about millions of unique players each month. You know what the real selling point is? The way that tells you that Mineplex was absolutely huge? Captain Sparkles was part of it. The guy who did Fallen Kingdom and Revenge, the parody songs of like Coldplay and Usher, that guy was in Mineplex. So the fact that we've lost Mineplex really does go to show we have lost part of history tonight, boys. Pour one out, please. If you're over the age of 18, get your lighter out. Get your lighter out and hold it. And if not, get your bottle of Prime. Get your bottle of Prime and chug it in commemoration. Now, Captain Soyface did actually come out and he made an entire video about, you know, his reaction to Mineplex being shut down because it was an integral part of his channel. It was basically part of his channel banner for around 9 years. So I've done a little bit of research, a little bit of digging, and when I say that, I just paid some random kids that played Minecraft to do the research for me. But apparently Mineplex has had a lot of financial problems even from the beginning. So back in 2013, when the server was kind of, you know, still in its infancy, baby phase, they went into it with basically zero long-term support. The mini games at the time were made kind of for fun and they were rushed and untested. And then there was a huge cheating problem in 2015 because you had exploiters basically knowing how to beat every single game and stomp on everyone. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but Mojang, when they used to actually own Minecraft and not Microsoft, they made this huge EULA change to Minecraft, which basically said to any subsequent server, you're not allowed to make it pay to win. And this really hurt them. Apparently their income suffered so greatly that it was down to like 80%. 80% of their profits were gone because they couldn't make some of the games pay to win. And apparently because of these new EULA restrictions that Mojang was putting onto Minecraft, the owners of Mineplex, they started to kind of slowly lose interest because again, I don't blame them. If you're down 80% of your profits, that's really going to lose motivation to do anything. And then in Q3 2015, Mineplex started straight up losing players. People just didn't want to touch the server anymore. So in response, Mineplex ended up firing paid admins, developers, and staff. So in response, Mineplex brought new owners on, which sounded great. The problem is they had huge shoes to fill, and they had certain business models, like for example, bringing on unpaid workers, unpaid mods and staff and devs that weren't near as skilled as the paid people that were left and fired. But hope was not all lost because Mineplex Bedrock Edition finally came out. It was a great success and saw a huge influx of players. The problem is that as well gradually it fell off. The problem is even though it was a completely new player space because it was on Bedrock, it suffered the exact same problems as the Java Edition with hackers, bugs, glitches, exploiters. It was basically just repeating itself. Now we talked about the Bedrock Edition, but back to the Java Edition, that became so bad that apparently, do you remember the 20 to 30,000 concurrent players I mentioned earlier? Now they're struggling to get even over 400 players. They basically lost well over 90% of their core player base. And now because of that, the owners kind of thought, no, I don't think I will. Why am I paying to keep the lights on when no one's even working in the office? And they pulled the plug. And this is where the saddest part of the story is. All the data was lost. So if people added each other as Mineplex friends, you would never see them again. It is literally that meme of the guy saying, okay, bro, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Last online 7 years ago. Also, if you go to mineplex.com, the website that actually, you know, hosted the servers, it's gone. It's completely 404 now. You can't access it. And apparently as well, I'm going to say the big powerful word allegedly, which removes me of any kind of wrongdoing here. But allegedly, the owners just shut down the entire server without telling any of the staff anything. And apparently now the Discord server is still up, but it's more of just kind of like a hangout place, I guess, hanging out in a cemetery. I've also got some screenshots here from the Mineplex Discord server with admins just, you know, dissing the owner. Also, there's some info here about the admins don't even know why they did it. The assumption is the owners just don't really care about the server anymore, and you know they weren't even gonna break even, so why bother? So yeah, it's a really shit story because Mineplex, it's not something I played on, but I was really aware and active in some of these Minecraft servers, and it sucks because you know that is basically a piece of history that's gone now. I mean, Captain Sparkles, man, the fact that this is gone.
I wanted to see this. I think Critical already talked about it. I know. Wait, what are you gonna do? I saw this everywhere. Apparently this guy's been on some like copyright strikes spree or some garbage. Oh my god. Oh wow. I get 1080p. Enhanced bitrate. Watch using enhanced bitrate premium. We already covered it. Where? It's the first video.
Business Casual, owned by a man named Alex Edson, whom I've covered before, has filed 3 deliberate strikes for just a few seconds of content based on public domain images against a channel named Magnates Media.
Short version is Alex is evil. Is he the guy who did that documentary saying Google live bad? Because I watched through that and I thought it was like very disingenuous when it came out like months ago.
Successful channel he's devoted the past 5 years of his life to will be deleted full scale. I consider this to be the fraudulent attempted assassination of a competitor's career, and 8 months ago, I tried to warn people. All right, the title is kind of extreme, I get that, but I'm pretty sure it's justified, so please hear me out.
I don't even think the title's extreme. He literally said the word, he said, like, bro said the word assassination, unironically. I know he's got like some fucking like Black Ops tape recorder.
You know the end if I'm right about that. Here's the situation. A while ago, I covered a lawsuit against YouTube as a platform by a channel named Business Casual. Not just any lawsuit, this lawsuit was being pursued by a man named Alex Edson.
Alex is Business Casual.
Recently bought the YouTube channel. He was not the original creator or the
No, he left a dislike. No! Oh my god. I'm gonna dislike the video. That's gonna stop.
Videos, and had now decided that a few seconds of his footage served as justification for taking down the entire Russia Today YouTube network. Alex Edson, in a rather long, high production value video, which, contrary to what he says, was not being suppressed at all, and many of you have likely already seen, went on the attack and asserted.
Honestly, I do want to say I hate when YouTubers say my videos being suppressed. It's such a cope. You really do just get lucky, bro. Like, not every video you make is going to get like 1 million views or like, you know, what you want. Unfortunately, some of them flop. Like I saw, I mean, a good example is I saw Tommy Innit do an interview
a podcast.
Happy
And-
early birthday, Pyro.
Thank you, Carter, for the 10. And tell me in it, he speaks so professionally. Like, how old is he? Like 19 or 20 or something? But he literally speaks like a CEO, like a 30 or 40-year-old CEO. He is so business-minded. Like, the kid is super clever, right? The thing is, though, is like, even though he talks about knowing about all the metadata and all these analytics and stuff, like, even him, sometimes he'll have videos that get, like, you know, sleeper views compared to the rest. It's happened to me. It happens to everyone. It sucks. You feel like dog shit. But I hate when people kind of act like that YouTube has, like, a big plan against them. It's so... I mean, okay, hang on. Let's see if his video's still even up. Let's see if it even has... Why I'm suing YouTube. So, was that tits? Holy based. Okay, hang on. I'll watch that later. Goddamn. Hang on. Let's see if this is... it's not even age gated. Probably not even demonetized. I was mainly looking for like an age gate. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them and do nothing. Okay, bro saw Oppenheimer. Bro saw Oppenheimer like once.
This is a video that YouTube does not want you to watch. It's also a video that I did not want to publish for over a year.
How are you going to have a backdrop that good, a setup that good, but your audio mixing is fucking ass? Like, bro sounds like he's talking into like a foot.
Of policy-related topics, a secret menu, if you will, which it provides to respected legal professors.
Oh, he's got the multi-camera setup. Okay, guys, I actually believe him now. I think this guy here, upper echelon's full of shit. I believe him. He's got the more. I really hope he's got a handheld as well.
Oftentimes appear before courts in important cases that Google is not actually party to, but would be affected by.
Is that a real flag? Yeah, it is.
Actually has a secret off-the-books policy, a policy that...
Bro got 2.1 million. Bro got 2.2 million views. And he's like talking about his video being suppressed. It didn't get as much as...
Happy birthday, Pyro. Can't believe you are as old as Colossal Clone Man.
No one's old as Colossal. He's actually 300 years old, like no joke.
Is the video for Cruelty Squad still coming out this month? I saw you asking for editors on Twitter.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I asked for a new editor because at the minute, the editing team is just me and Ramska. That's it. We recently took on a third guy, but we want to get a fourth guy as well. But yeah, that's basically because I don't want to get Cruelty Squad out and then there's no upload on main for another 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, holy shit, I'm 26 soon. It's like, I need to actually ramp up video production and stop getting out like 2 videos a year. But I don't want to go like corporate as well. I don't want it to be like, you know, game theory, like where it's just a formula. I really don't. That's what I'm scared of. But I need more editors pretty much. I haven't looked at the list yet. I'm going to wait until the cutoff date, which I think was the 15th of May. And then me and my editor are basically just going to sit through and go through all the applications. And then what we were going to do was pick everyone who did a really good job that we liked. And then we're going to get them to do a much more difficult edit. And they're going to get paid for that. So yeah.
The Russian government and other channels that YouTube deems as special. Under the secret policy, channels...
Yeah, honestly, this whole video gives huge like Vox vibes. Like the editing is the exact same as Vox. I like watching Vox sometimes. They got some really informative stuff. But anyways.
That YouTube was undermining America and helping the Kremlin because a channel had used a few seconds of their copyrighted parallax animations. This is the part where I tell everyone to go watch a bunch of additional videos for context. I know that's annoying, so I'll try to summarize in a very, very fast way. There are 3 videos that I made down below to back up every single one of these claims, piece by piece, as well as a link to the original Business Casual lawsuit video. But here's the gist of it for people that don't want to sink the time into doing that.
I like how this guy is panicked and he's trying so hard to condense this drama into like a very digestible amount of information because like everyone's attention span is completely fucking shot, bro. Like next generation, because of TikTok, we're all gonna have like some soft form of like ADD. It's insane. This guy's so scared about retention. It's like, okay, I need to explain everything. I'll be quick.
Alex Edson bought the Business Casual channel some time ago. Most of the original content there was not made by him. Once he owned it, he discovered that RT, Russia Today, more specifically RT Arabic, owned by TV Novosti, had used a few clips from his videos and decided to do something about it. He got very, very angry. Fine by me, whatever, who cares? His chosen attack vector was to say that they had infringed his copyright egregiously and deliberately. He filed strikes, conversed with RT Arabic in emails, got them to admit that they had used his content, and then went for the throat. One problem, he actually put himself on record in an affidavit undermining the entire premise of his own lawsuit because there have been network-level strike parameters set out by YouTube since 2019. More details in my old videos. His lawsuit was an absolute joke. Setting that aside because it does...
So he tried to sue them because they used footage in the news without his permission. I think.
Doesn't affect me, nor do I care what happens between a copyright troll and a Russian state-sponsored media outlet. That's the least of my priorities. We now have to look at his other lawsuit and general claims. Alex Edson wasn't just...
I'm getting some Billy Bobby Ferguson energy here, man. I really am. There's a lot of lawsuits being thrown around here. Is that him with Jake Paul? What the hell? I trust this guy a lot less now. Christ. Anyone that's associated with Jake Paul. Jake Paul's former manager. Oh, no. He looks like Harry Potter. He looks like Harry Potter for like the first 2 films. He's like a little orphan. Oh, no, that's not good. Like being Jake Paul's manager. Oh. You had to do some blood sacrifices there. Jesus. He probably shot that Titus video as well. You know that kid Titus that like Jake and Logan Paul were shilling everywhere? Hang on. What the fuck? I'm gay. What's that? Come on, I'm gay. I can only play it for like 2 seconds because they're going to strike me. But just listen to the editing of the kid's voice. It sounds like Logan and Jake just fed him cigarettes. Listen. Like, it's awful. There were so many people in that bubble that all just like fell off on their own. It's insane.
Trying to get every single channel of this global organization banned outright because they used a few clips that were a few seconds long. He was also suing YouTube itself. Why? Well,
I didn't even know that Titus video existed. The only reason I found it is because when I was scrolling TikTok, I was seeing people playing like absolute dog shit in 6 Siege, and they would always put that video of Titus as the audio on top of it.
Because he thinks that YouTube is deliberately profiting off of copyright infringement. And you know what? Maybe. I don't know. There definitely are a lot of bootlegged movies and shows, but then again, those get shut down over time because operating a platform at scale is an imperfect thing. Still, YouTube can be criticized for that. No question. Absolutely. So what's the real problem? The real problem is that in his own lawsuit, Business Casual's legal team argued something very specific, which is critical to understand. For context, I went through all of their from the court. Quote, Let me ask you another question, Mr. Duff. The way that you describe it, it seems that it's just as easy to game the system from the front side as from the back side. What I mean by that is, it sounds like it's just as easy for a bad guy, let's say in this case, the defendant, to affirmatively or preemptively file a notification of infringement against you, and then file 2 more within 90
Pyro
days.
what is your advice on long-term
So what's to stop a bad
investment
guy from doing
since
that
April?
if all that has to happen is that you just file a notice of infringement? In response, Mr. Duff, part of Business Casual's legal...
What's your advice on long-term investment? I don't know, bro. Like, what are you asking? Like crypto? Like money? Like investment in life? Investment in women? I don't really. I got loads of little investments like crypto and stuff. That's